Hi there. Welcome to the Pop Hypnosis channel. This is a place where each file takes you on a hypnotic adventure inspired by stuff from pop culture. There's one file on here that gets you to imagine that you're on the Starship Enterprise, but instead of boldly going where no one has gone before, you're boldly staying exactly where you are, relaxing on your couch. And you might be curious about this concept, or you might think you've reached that part of the internet where things are getting just a little too out there and it's time to log off. I get it. But if you're willing to do something that's a little out there, good for you. Welcome to the very niche audience this video is targeted to. Here's how it works. Say you're watching a movie, and it's about people with superhuman abilities. And no, I'm not showing any clips from the theme if you're watching the video. Nope, we're not messing around with Disney and copyright issues today. Also, this may be a controversial statement, but the main character from that movie series isn't exactly the best role model, definitely not for emotional and mental well being. So please, know this theme, like all themes on this channel, is just for fun. If you're into movies and TV, then you're more likely to absorb the suggestions here and not fall asleep out of boredom. Hypnosis isn't mind control though, so you may still find this whole thing extremely boring. Bummer. If only I had the budget to get Hugh Jackman to do an induction, this would go absolutely viral. All right, back to this superhero movie. You're watching this movie, maybe in a theater or at home. You're glued to the story. You're invested in the characters as if they were real. For those 2 to 3 hours, your attention is zeroed in on epic action scenes, questionable CGI, and witty banter. Then the movie is over, and you kind of snap out of it, becoming aware of the popcorn you might have dropped on the floor. Stories really can grab a hold of your attention, and they are also a good way to communicate with the subconscious because they create images in the mind. So join me, won't you, in communicating with the subconscious. For the newbies, full disclosure, this isn't going to be one of those things where I tell you to listen to my voice and stare into my eyes so you can cluck like a chicken. As a faceless YouTube channel, I'm competing with all of those hypnotists who are pros at making eye contact with you through the screen if that is your journey. Then again, I'm also competing with celebrities eating hot wings and answering questions. I'm not mad. Nothing brings clarity like having your mouth on fire. But for this experience, just know that this is about you learning to control your mind. I don't want to get all Vsauce on you, but basically, we're telling the sympathetic nervous system to kindly shut up for a moment so you can relax and absorb some good ideas. Still with me? Then go ahead and close your eyes and imagine you're a superhero while I start talking slow and quiet. And you'll start to wonder why I sound like I'm about to sell you limited edition commemorative coins for just 10 payments of $39.99. Get yours today. Yeah, don't worry about that and just bring your focus back to the image of you as a superhero. And your MO is to notice any unhelpful or critical thoughts that may try to cause trouble. You're resting somewhere high up above a major street so you have a good vantage point. Maybe you're sitting on an overpass bridge or on the roof of a building, and you're not concerned at all about falling because you have superpowers. You are safe to let go when it's time, using your powers to jump or fly or float down to the thoughts below. The sky is clear, the weather is perfect, cars are going by on the street below. Whoosh. More cars are going by. Whoosh. And either my sound effects are annoying or it's giving ASMR. But whatever you notice brings you even further into your inner world. And as you're sitting there, you start to daydream about what your superhero catchphrase could be. And while you start to feel more and more calm and relaxed, and as you relax deeper and deeper, I'm going to give you suggestions. Suggestions for your superhero catchphrase, like, I'm Batman. Wait, that's taken. Maybe something like, I'm so Julia. That's taken too, right? And you'll start to wonder, is this really how hypnosis works, or is this person just trolling me? Spoiler, it's both. Try not to laugh and focus on imagining the scene. Maybe as a superhero waiting for that moment to use your powers, you start to think of a song you like to pass the time. Or maybe this is already boring you enough that a song being stuck in your head sounds like an improvement. Go ahead and think of a song right now. And have it play in your head. Maybe you have earphones on right now, and you can imagine listening to your song instead of these words. But you still hear these words. You know what I'm saying. But you also hear your song in your head, maybe even bobbing your head to it a bit. And yet it starts to drown out all other thoughts. It's just the song and these words. Or maybe it's just these words because the words are too distracting. Maybe for you, it's just that ticking sound in the background. Maybe it's just the song playing in your head as the words play in the background. And you can easily switch this focus. You can go back to that image of you being a superhero, sitting up high, waiting for your chance to show off your powers. And to pass the time, you take out a notebook and start doodling. You start drawing numbers. For all you hypnosis fans, you probably already know that this is the part where a countdown starts. Correct. So you probably already know that with each number, you can allow yourself to relax more and more. The first number is 10. You start to draw the number 10 on this paper, nice and big. Maybe you can make your own font and name it something meaningful. You can say it was inspired by a mountain in Colorado like Microsoft did. Once you draw the number, you can just doodle around it, making silly pictures. Maybe you're thinking, why am I still listening to this? Isn't this about being a superhero? And shouldn't superheroes be doing something that involves action and not drawing silly pictures? And I say, hear me out. Just focus, play along, and relax. Don't sleep on me already. We're just getting started. And yes, I did throw in a word for those who respond really well to that specific word. So if you're already starting to relax, good for you. Now back to the drawing. We're done with the number 10. Let it go. Flip the page and now move on to 9. Draw the number 9 on the page. And notice that with each number, you find yourself becoming more absorbed with the experience. The pictures that you're painting in your mind and the pictures that you're drawing in your imagination. As you relax and listen. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. And if you timed your breath with my words just now, you clearly know where this is going. So you can just take yourself even deeper into the experience. As you continue to doodle around the number 9, scan your body. Imagine that a wave of relaxation is flowing all the way down your body now. And you might even feel a little weight in your closed eyelids. You know, those moments when you get so relaxed that it would be more comfortable to just keep your eyes closed when you try to open them? Maybe you can imagine that happening. Really focus your thoughts on this idea that your eyes are locked shut. And as you do that, try to open your eyes. You might notice that they were heavier than before. Stop trying and just let go to the words you're hearing. Maybe even smile at the silly things, even if they don't make sense. Like being a superhero, sitting high up overlooking the streets of the town or city that you're in, drawing numbers like 8, drawing numbers on the page, sinking even deeper into this feeling of ease and interest. Because you may be wondering, where is this even going? And to tell you the truth, your guess is as good as mine. You know, writing hypnosis scripts is like writing in a spiral. It's a language that goes in a spiral. You know, the spirals that are supposed to hypnotize you when it's really just as effective as any other point of focus? Kind of going around and up and down to the next number 7. Let's just throw in a spiral for the stage show enthusiasts. Maybe even drawing a spiral next to the number 7. Oh, that song you thought of earlier is back. If it left you, bring it back as if it were playing in your head. Let the song play as you're writing numbers down, like 6. Really bringing in that song into your experience, like it's your own personal superhero movie soundtrack. 5. Breathe in and breathe out. And go deeper and deeper, relaxing even more at the count of 4. I know I'm just droning on and on about superheroes and songs and numbers like this is supposed to be entertaining, but just keep going deeper and deeper into boredom. Go deeper and deeper, thinking about why you clicked on this in the first place. And I'll just keep talking until you feel super relaxed and limp like those stage show volunteers. 3. Maybe you're there already. And maybe you're waiting for me to just get to the point. And I get it. I totally get it. So I'll just move on to the number 1. Sleep. And to become even more relaxed and immersed in this experience, imagine you're a superhero with superhero powers looking down on the city or town below, and you see some critical thoughts trying to distract you from this experience. They are represented by any form that's helpful to you. Maybe they're little yellow minions. No matter what form they take in your mind, you know they are thoughts and limiting beliefs that you want to stop from interfering with your goals. It's go time. On the next snap, imagine your superhero self jumping to go after those limiting beliefs. And it's up to you. You get to decide how you want to approach these thoughts. When you hear a snap, just for fun, you can say to yourself in your mind or aloud, maximum effort, if you're feeling extra energized and motivated. Or you can say minimum effort, if you're feeling overwhelmed and overthinking this experience. Either option will be equally effective in this scenario. Make your move to get to the critical thoughts below as soon as you hear the snap. Say to yourself maximum effort or minimum effort in 3, 2, 1. Fall in your epic superhero way, deeper into your unique experience of relaxation and trance. And as you fall, things start to shift in slow motion, for dramatic effect, of course. And you notice as time slows down, you start to feel almost suspended in the air as you fall. And as time slows, you can notice yourself gradually relaxing even deeper than you thought possible. Notice every bit of tension melt away as you immerse yourself in this story. This superhero version of yourself is about to stop those critical thoughts from disrupting your experience. As soon as this slow motion sequence ends, you have them in your sight. You know exactly what you're going to do when time gets back to normal. But in the meantime, you relax and notice that you're breathing easier. And it's almost like instead of falling or flying, you're floating. And if your thoughts start to wander, that's okay. If they go into random places, it's okay. This is the time to rest and let things just pass by, like watching things pass by you in slow motion. And eventually you reach the bottom and you land and sink even deeper, catching critical thoughts as they come. Time goes back to normal. You're moving swiftly. You're putting these limiting beliefs away in the most over-the-top, outlandish, unnecessary, but most importantly, fun superhero sequence possible. And you are crushing it. You are doing so well that it slows down. Again, slowing down, going deeper into the experience. You vividly imagine these words as you hear them, to the point that they become your reality just for now. See yourself being the epic superhero that you are, showing those limiting beliefs that hold you back what you can do. Let your mind rehearse it. Let your mind rehearse being absolutely badass in the most positive, affirming way you can think of. And sleep even deeper with the slow motion sequence over and still continuing the story. Take yourself into a new scene in this movie. What is your superhero doing in the world? How can you be a superhero to yourself, to others, in your life? Now notice what is about to happen. As your superhero self is living their superhero life and being amazing, you can still be aware of how relaxed you are right now, and your awareness is still focused inward. Compare this to when you wake and open your eyes. Wake and open your eyes. Yes, hi, hello, anonymous internet friend. See, you can still be in hypnosis with your eyes open and you're aware of your surroundings. Notice how you're completely awake and aware, maybe a little fuzzy and still relaxed, but you're hearing these words and you can notice what is around you. Maybe you notice whatever is directly in front of your eyesight. Not a big deal, right? In fact, keep your eyes fixed on whatever is in front of you. You're awake and fully aware that you're listening to a recording, maybe on YouTube or Patreon, or whatever other platform this is on, breaking the fourth wall, shifting awareness, and at the same time, you're still focused. You find it easy to go with the flow. You find it easy to tune everything else out for now. Just focusing on this experience. There's no mystery behind it. It's the body and mind moving into a learning state where you can absorb information faster and more profoundly. For instance, in a moment, you're going to hear a snap. When you hear the snap, you can allow yourself to completely and fully relax. even deeper than you were before. You know why you can allow yourself to do that? Because you've done it before. You remember how you felt after that really slow and calming countdown. And so your mind can instantly take you back to that place even faster, even deeper than before, because your mind already rehearsed the thought. And every time you rehearse the thought, the more effective it becomes. The more effective it becomes, the more it fuels behavior. And you can hold this focus, focusing on relaxing deeply when you hear a snap. You can hold this focus even if what I say next is absolute nonsense. And you can easily ignore absolute nonsense. Try saying chimichangas 3 times fast. Sleep deeply now. It's almost like learning state was mentioned for a reason. Either that, or you're picking up on some references to the theme that was haphazardly thrown into this script. And I have not said the character's name once yet. That's because this is being posted on YouTube, and people who don't care about the character would like to enjoy the trance too. The people listening on Patreon, listening without ad interruption, just continuous hypnosis all the way down. Good for you. And whether you're listening on YouTube or Patreon or anywhere else, you can just relax even deeper now. Let's get back to that thing about learning states. Cue music, please. Fractionation is called fractionation because it's like breaking up the trance into little pieces, like fractions. Say that you wake up and open your eyes fully alert. And then as soon as I say the word, and you know which one, because if you've responded to this word before, you can respond to it again. You might even respond to it just by thinking about responding to it, if that's what you like your experience to be. And this is all this is, an agreement where I'm just a guide, but you are creating your own experience about how you would like to feel. You pick the suggestions you would like to experience, and when you do, allow yourself to commit completely to the idea of experiencing them. Know that suggestions are most effective when you believe they are in service of your well-being. And if it is in service of your well-being to relax even deeper, then you can just allow that word, when you hear it, to relax you twice as deep as you are now. When you hear that word that almost every hypnotist says with the snap of their finger, you relax twice as deep as you are now. It's a repeated word in hypnosis because it's effective, because your mind likes associations. While you won't be dreaming, you are deeply relaxed as if you were dreaming. And you might already be so relaxed that your eyes are starting to close, maybe even blinking a little more, or they already closed. It can be a really nice feeling to just go with the flow, to easily drift and become more absorbed. And you know you're getting the hang of this because you feel this ease in following along, like just letting yourself relax completely and fully when you hear the word, because that's what hypnotic sleep means. Sleep even deeper now. And when you hear the word wake and you wake up and open your eyes, since you know what hypnotic sleep means, you fall right back down, deeper and deeper. Sleep, going deeper each time you wake. And when you hear sleep, you sleep twice as deep until the words just kind of fade into the background and you ride the waves. Wake and open your eyes. Sometimes it gets even harder to open your eyes. And sleep, feeling better and better each time you sleep. And wake a little bit more. Wake up and open your eyes a little bit more. And kind of like a superhero who has super agility and super strength, you move up and down, doing flips and turns and even badass superhero landings. But we all know there's that best part of the story when you sleep even deeper, becoming even more absorbed and relaxing even more. And so you might go in and out a few times, which fractionates the trance, just letting everything go. You can just relax and listen. No need to do anything. I'm just going to talk to you like hypnotists do. So let's see. How many fractions do you think we split this trance into? The more fractions there are, the more profound your experience, the deeper your relaxation. Hey, is that meta too? You go into hypnosis while imagining a story about hypnosis. Hypnosis that is broken up into little itty bitty pieces. And since this file is based off of a Meta-Blockbuster, there must be a lot of meta still happening in all of those tiny little pieces of hypnosis. Fourth wall breaks everywhere. We broke at least 16 walls. And if you didn't understand one bit of what I just said or get that reference, totally okay. If you did or didn't understand the reference, all it means is that you are ready to sleep even deeper. And you're feeling wonderful and completely relaxed. You see, there's a reason superhero stories are so popular, especially anti-hero stories. Sometimes it's good to acknowledge the shadow parts of ourselves. And the heroes that have challenges, the heroes that try to navigate their own critical thoughts, they feel just a little bit more relatable. Because when the hero exposes those critical thoughts and limiting beliefs, when the hero lays it all out on the table, maybe even with some witty humor, the power that those barriers seem to have falls away a little bit. It's good to be self-aware. What truths are behind your superhero story? What hidden beliefs need to be revealed? The next time life decides to throw you a curveball and put you in the icebox, what attitude do you want to bring to this situation? What beliefs do you want running the show? Where do you need support? Who would be on your X-Force superhero team? What type of people do you want on that team? What walls do you need to break? What conversations do you need to have? Maybe internally with yourself or with people in your life. Know that the answers from your inner wisdom will come in time, and maybe they have already. And if those answers are difficult to face, you can face them. You can come out on the other side, transforming your story into one that you want to tell. Now that you've heard these powerful suggestions, you can decide whether or not they will rest deep into your subconscious. And once that's done, you'll hear one more reference that you can take with you back to full awareness. Love. When you find it, the whole world smells like daffodil daydreams. And now I will count you up, and I will do so, hopefully, without surprising you out of trance by talking really loud all of a sudden. Remember, you easily let go of any suggestions that do not serve you, and you easily absorb any suggestions that are helpful to you. You wake up feeling so good, refreshed, and fully alert. 1. Imagining your superhero self closing this chapter, but there just might be a sequel. 2. Maybe you see the scene pan out with that song you were thinking about at the beginning of this experience, that song that makes you want to move. 3. Maybe start to move your fingers and toes, starting to return back to full awareness. 4. Getting ready to open your eyes, feeling good and refreshed. And 5. Wide awake. 5. Wide awake. I hope you had fun. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to, only if you want to, go ahead and sleep. Close your eyes and sleep deeper in 10. Falling in slow motion. 9. Resting even deeper now. 8. Resting deeper than you were before. 7. Resting deeper with every single number. 6. Getting ready for that superhero landing. 5. That's it. 3. Drifting, floating. 4. 2. And 1. Sleep deeply now. That's it. That's it. It's the end of the file. And you're still here, deeply relaxed. Well, I definitely mixed those numbers up during that countdown. Let's be honest, some of that is just filler anyway. So you're back in hypnosis waiting for that end credit scene. But all I've got for you is this extra time for you to relax deeply. Relax deeply now. Maybe you might imagine what surprise cameo would show up at the end of your superhero movie. And while you do that, you're going to hear a few suggestions about going into hypnosis easier and easier each time you practice. That's right. Each time you are ready to go into hypnosis, you find it easier than the last time you went into hypnosis. Each time you go into hypnosis, it becomes easier and easier. Your experience going into hypnosis is more profound each time you practice going deep into hypnosis. When I count to 5, you'll wake up feeling like Snoop Dogg living his best life at the Paris Olympics. Or like $1,000,000. Or at least like a free coupon for your favorite food. Burritos sounds really good right now. Waking up again in 1, coming out of hypnosis. 2, up, all the way up to 3. Start to stretch and move a bit. 4 and 5. Wide awake. 5. Wide awake. Since you made it this far, I can tell you one thing. I wonder how many people know there's a secret file hidden after the Hypno Candy Factory recording. You can find it in the description too. It's on YouTube, but I'll upload it on Patreon as well. Friendly reminder to read the descriptions. You never know how that might help your experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, focus, play along, and relax. Thank you so much for listening.